Hey, what's up? I'm Fanboy Philly, and as always, welcome to Fanboy Philly Reviews. Today's review is Quasi, the latest movie made by Broken Lizard, the group of guys who made the Super Troopers movies and Club Dread, a new comedy that is now streaming. I've seen Club Dread, but I've never watched the Super Trooper movies. When planning this episode, I had just gotten finished with a long day at work and wanted to just relax and unwind, but still have something to bring to you today, and I came across this one. As we enter the movie, we meet Quasi as he and his hutmate Duchamp start off their day heading to work at the torture chamber and begin discussing Pope Week and the papal lottery, where the winner will get a one-on-one with the Pope and be granted a private confession with him. Duchamp is very excited about this, and he has bought a lot of lottery tickets, wanting to be the winner. Quasi couldn't care less about Pope Week and the whole celebration. He sees no point in it, as he would never win because he's a hunchback and he's looked down by everyone as a loser. Oh, wait. We find in this movie we can't say hunchback. He's orthopedically challenged. As they arrive at work, we see that they are torturers working the machine that Quasi himself invented. And they meet their new co-worker slash guinea pig, Michelle. This is also where we meet Queen Catherine, played by Adrian Palicki, who is immediately taken by Quasi. When we get to the lottery, Duchamp has all his tickets out, beaming with excitement, and he tells Quasi he needs to go buy a ticket. But Quasi says he doesn't want a ticket. Duchamp then insists that Quasi takes one of his just to get in the spirit of the day. Quasi takes the ticket just to shut him up. After a failed start to the lottery and a second number is pulled, we find that the ticket given to Quasi is the winning ticket, which starts Duchamp's feelings of jealousy. As the king hears about Quasi's win, he sends his men to fetch Quasi, and he tells them that he wants him to kill the Pope, as he will have that private session with the Pope. And if he doesn't do it, both he and Duchamp will be killed. Then we get to his meeting with the Pope, and he is in his private confession. The Pope tells him he wants him to kill the king, which puts Quasi in a no-win situation until he is visited again by the Queen. They devise a plan to free him of his obligations and make Duchamp the hero of the day. As the King and the Pope are on stage, Quasi jumps up at them with a knife in both hands and is then subdued by Duchamp, as is the plan. They fake Quasi's death, and he hides in a secluded cave, but is revealed when Duchamp, in a drunken jealousy, tells their spiteful boss the secret, and Quasi is arrested by the king and the Pope. Then we really begin our story, where Quasi and the Queen must find a new way to save Quasi, and once again free him. And the Queen discovers a secret about Quasi that not even he knows about. The secret in itself brings them closer and begins a new plan to change their lives forever. And we see as the plan unfolds, it starts to fail, but then it comes back around in their favor. The basic story of the movie is a brand new retelling of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Quasimoto, that is covered with silly gags and slapstick comedies. It's a fun adventure that has us cheering Quasi all the way along. It is a mindless entertainment, and when you're just trying to unwind from a long day and don't want to focus on anything, and just see a story that's easy to follow with bad jokes and scenarios to just lose yourself in, and that's what this story is for me. I enjoyed it, and even at its weakest points, the ensemble of the Broken Lizard guys work together so well that it keeps us drawn in and entertained. And each of the guys plays a double role in the story. But with some of these, you can't really see that it's the same people playing different characters. This movie makes me want to go back and finally watch Super Troopers to see if they're as good as this one is. I really liked how I didn't have to worry about missing anything because of the simplicity and the silliness of this movie. So if you just want to sit and relax and watch a comedy, this is a good one to do it with. It was a very good end to a long day for me. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the show. And don't forget to ring the bell to be notified whenever I post a video. As always, be good to yourselves and take care of the ones you love. And I'll see you next time.